Hi, this is Greg Boyce from Auburndale Technology, and I'm here to talk to you about a new project that I'm starting up. It is Agile for Social Justice. So, for those of you not in the tech industry, you may not be aware of what Agile is. Agile is basically a project management methodology for tackling big problems and driving them to solutions. So there's been a lot of training in the industry lately, a lot of focus in the industry on these agile practices, which lead to a better utilization of resources, better communication, better coordination across teams. And this is something that I've found is rather lacking in the public space. There's a lot of people out there who are getting socially active, who are starting to work on projects, who are trying to make a difference, but they're all distributed. There's no communication, or at least I haven't found a place where a lot of these people are coming together to discuss ideas and plan things strategically. So my hope is to build a place where people can go and to talk and to plan and to share resources. I think that resource sharing is one of the key pieces here. An activist I've been following for a while who's been working on trying to raise funds for Flint, Michigan's water supply, has been talking about how with the fires in Australia, they managed to raise millions of dollars to save kangaroos in the course of days, while he has spent a year and a half trying to raise $250,000 for Flint. He's not quite there yet after all of this time. We tend to try to help in a pack. So you either get no money or you get all the money, which could be fine if the money was going to an organization that is then, working with everyone has the boots on the ground, who are actually trying to tackle these issues, so that they can then apply the money more strategically. More importantly, though, I'm a big believer that work is done by those who do the work, who are there and taking part. I guess this ties into my view of how teams work. Like, a lot of people view things from a top-down perspective, and they believe that power flows from the top, and they delegate to people who then accomplish things. Really, work is done by the people on the ground, people at the bottom. Everyone above them is there to enable them, to make sure that they are effective and can get what they need done. So they don't have to worry about, how do I get the resources I need? They can focus on doing the work. There's a lot of tools out there. There's a lot of communication tools. Slack is a big one that's gaining popularity. I'm a fan of open source software myself. There's Slack clones like Mattermost and Rocket Chat. Rocket Chat looks like it would be quite useful for building communities of people working on different projects. There are other tools like Kanban type tools like WeCan, which they are tools for very strategically planning work. There's a number of other tools that get used as well within the corporate environments that would be great to enable work in other areas. This seems like something that's really needed. I can take guesses as to what individual activists may need, but at the end of the day, what I really need is I need to hear from people. I need to hear from the people who are actually doing the work, so that they can tell me what it is they think they need, what problems they're going to solve. I may not always agree with the solutions that they propose, but they're the ones who know what their needs are. They know what their problems are, and they will recognize something that can work as a solution if it's proposed to them, and it may very well be not something they've ever thought of. So I think that there's a lot of good that can be done here. I think there's a lot that I can focus on. I've already started some of the work, but at the end of the day, what I really need is I need to hear from people. I need to hear from you. I need to find out what you care about. I need to find out what's stopping you from doing what you need to do. You know what you need to do. You know what you're trying to do. How can I help? I think that's
That sounds good finish.
yeah. It was short.
But it was good.